Hey, everybody out there on YouTube. Sorry about that.
Knock me out like, hey, Rich.
Yep. Middle-aged guys here again. We just finished our review video for Shazam.
I guess
we're
not that important.
Yeah. Wait, no. We just
was getting to that.
we just finished our review video for Shazam, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay. So this particular video that we're gonna do right now is all of our spoiler talk. All right. And who are we here in this video talking? Let's go ahead and get the introduction out of the way. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
Good segue. I'm Grey Mouse 1.
All right. Okay. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
It's not obvious by the title at all. This is our spoiler talk about Shazam. So if you haven't seen the movie,
we encourage you to go see it.
yeah,
Come
we
on.
do encourage you to see it. But if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want anything spoiled, Windows X is up there, Macintosh X
Swipe us
up there.
away, whatever.
Yeah, hit the back button or whatnot. If you really don't care, then just relax. We're gonna go into it right now.
Grab
okay.
a beer.
Sandwich.
An aside. All right. So for all the members of the Shazam family, they really did make it a Power Rangers cast.
They did.
Okay.
I mean, look. I thought about that. You got your black. Wait, there's no Red Ranger. Oh, what the?
No,
I'm
that
sorry.
Was Pedro.
You're right.
Yeah, he was brown.
You're right.
He was
You're right.
brown.
You got you. You get
He was brown.
Yeah, okay.
You got the Asian.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
they
did.
All right.
I didn't even think about. You always come up with those damn Power Rangers, fucking. You always say about that.
Well, okay. All
But
right.
you're right.
I was hoping
you're
someone
right.
didn't touch on that.
But you're absolutely right.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
It's either the Power Rangers or you can go back to the 90s when they had those Benetton ads. All right, where they had and everything would end in a dance number at the end.
Oh, no.
All right.
Power Rangers.
Okay, yeah, all right. Power Rangers.
Fuck Power Rangers. It's all about VR troopers, damn it.
Okay, no,
You can't even say that with a straight face. No, he's being facetious.
There
Man.
are too many family members. All right.
Okay, Bionic 6. How about that?
Okay.
Visionaries.
Now for our spoiler review.
Okay. So that all aside, all right. Yeah, that was kind of shocking.
It was.
Yeah.
When they went to do that.
And then when they did the Shazam kids like with the foster kids like that.
Yeah.
But there's an excuse. They're all fucking foster kids.
What's so cool about it though is just
Now,
like,
if they would have been biological, there would have been something way
Yeah.
fucking wrong with that.
but I mean, how they receive their powers, like we said, with the staff, touch the staff, say my name, Billy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, everybody that saw that in that theater,
Oh, I laughed. I was like,
and they understood.
because that would have been.
Because everybody would have done that same shit.
He's like, no.
Say
See
what
how
I
I turned
say.
into this. And hey, I got
And
a
then they
question
say,
for you.
"Oh,
I got a question for you. Since you want to do the Power Ranger thing, what in the fuck were two dudes doing up in a Ferris wheel
listen."
at a carnival?
If any of you were bullies or
I'm
any of you were
just
best
saying.
friends, wait, I've been best friends with these two
For years,
For-
decades.
over decades. Okay, decades. Went to high school with him. Served in the military with him. There will never be any time where the two of us will ride sitting like this in a fucking Ferris wheel.
No, I understand from a roller coaster, but a fucking Ferris wheel?
A roller coaster, we've done that.
But a Ferris wheel?
But a fucking Ferris wheel?
Oh,
No!
God.
No, dude. Because we questioned that. We're like, wait a second here. We're best friends. We're homies and shit like that. But damn, a Ferris wheel going up and down? Wait. Was there going to be a fucking marriage proposal? Was it going to stop? Was it going to fucking...
Well, I mean, they were spitting over the side, but I'm
Sure,
just
but
saying.
still. Well, fuck that. It would have... Look, it had to have been an opposite side Ferris wheel, so there could be two couples in there. Come on, they were bullies. You mean tell me they didn't have girls in high school and they're bullies and shit? And
okay.
popular
They had no entourage.
Okay,
There was only two of them.
out of curiosity, all right, and then we'll get back to actually spoiling this movie. I googled up why would two guys ride a Ferris wheel,
You actually Googled that?
And the
Yeah.
first thing that comes up is a video where
Oh no!
Ferris wheel operator plummets to his death after trying to rescue two boys.
Okay, he tried to rescue.
Again? Wait. Okay, so why were they on the Ferris wheel?
I can't believe you actually.
Are we really doing this?
No, I'm saying.
Man falls trying to save two boys stuck on the Ferris wheel. They were stuck there.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So, but it still doesn't answer the question. Why would two dudes
be on the Ferris
Be
wheel?
on the Ferris wheel.
Teenagers, mind you.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers were at least 16 years old.
Well, okay, look, it's modern times. All right, it's set in modern times.
I don't give a damn what times there would be.
If that's what they do, that's what they do.
Again, roller coasters.
These were the bullies of the movie. So.
Yeah, so they couldn't bully any girls to go up there with them.
Well, they had to throw the SJW stuff in there. Somewhere.
No. Fuck that. The only reason why they were in there was to get saved by one of these Shazam kids. That was the only reason why they were plugged up there.
Right.
That's it.
Well, they got their just desserts too. I mean, they got rescued, but they got the what did he say?
Oh,
underwear
the
wedgie?
The
The
wedgie,
suitcase
the
wedgie.
The suitcase wedgie.
The suitcase wedgie as they're being flown away.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, no, that whole part, like the kids, like ending up sharing the power with everybody else. Like I said, if this was a second, if this was a second movie,
Mm-hmm.
I would, if it didn't happen by that time, I was
Right.
like, yeah, it's definitely gonna.
But if it did kind of feel sped up and start saying, wait, they're doing this now?
yeah,
Right.
you know,
Well, I don't even think they're thinking that there would be another movie.
Maybe there wouldn't been another movie
Right,
in order
yeah.
to do this, and they just wanted to speed things up just a bit.
Well, and then Shazam breaks the staff.
So
over his
nobody,
knee.
well,
That's it.
Nobody, well, it's him and those kids that got their powers, because those powers didn't go away.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
You know, I was at the end, the last like 10 minutes, I was half expecting Freddy to Shazam
when
those two boys came in the cafeteria.
right,
I was
when
half
everybody
expecting-
was there,
right.
and yeah.
I was half expecting him to do that, and
No,
then,
I knew it was going to lead up to Shazam showing up,
right. No, I knew that,
but I didn't think that Soups was going to show up.
well,
I mean, not really. I mean, we saw the suit.
Yeah, we saw the, and they played the John Williams theme
Right,
just a
right.
little
They sure
bit.
did. They sure
They
did.
sure
they
did do
They
that.
didn't show the face because
They
they
can't do that.
they couldn't get Henry Cavill to come in and
And
do
why would they?
the thing. You know why? Because he was making Mission Impossible,
Pretty much.
and they didn't want to have to
No.
worry about like doing the whole
No.
CG, like
Right.
No.
no facial hair.
So another
No.
good what is it? Another good gem, no Easter egg gem, was the fact that they are in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
So when right after Shazam got his power, or Billy got his powers, he actually sat up there where Rocky, where the Rocky statue would be.
at the library steps,
Right. And him and Freddie sat there on the steps, and what did Billy say?
He's like, this is a great view.
This is-
I can see
yeah.
why Rocky was running so hard to get up here.
Yeah.
Like, really?
I was really impressed with that. I was like, that was a nod.
I like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The whole thing with what kind of impressed me, all right? And maybe this is just really kind of just an aside, right? But in general, how do you find a foster family that fucking attractive?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why don't you Google that? How do you find?
No.
Seriously.
Oh no! What you're talking about with them and the kids?
Yeah.
Or
Well, no, and the thing is, the kids, all right, okay, Pedro was big, and he really didn't say nothing.
Right.
Except for the first words out of his mouth was literally, kick his ass, Billy! When you know, Dr. Savannah was there at their house, right?
yeah,
But the mom, the foster mom,
Mm-hmm.
who's played by, I think, Mila Martina.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, that was like, Yeah. No, I was like,
Well, maybe maybe they had to match the Spider-Man Aunt May thing.
But the thing is that I was like, wow, they are like really dressing her down.
Yeah, but she was supposed to be a foster parent.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
that's absolutely fine.
And the kids, the gamer, right? The gamer, and then and again they like you were saying.
Thank goodness he kept his gaming personality when he was one of the Shazams.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one thing too is like he even mentioned video games that we've played.
That we played, that we've known,
Right.
that we would understood.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
And what did he say? Die? Why don't you die? Or something like that when he was playing.
He's like, no. That's he's like, that's what you get, or something like that.
Right. That's what you get for being a noob.
Yeah.
I was like, man, come on.
And it's like, well, we've all been there. Like, hey,
Here, catch this grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's the whole thing.
But when you I cracked up when he said Hadouken and Lee shot. I was like, ha! I mean, I'm a big Street Fighter fan. Let that be known. And I laughed so hard when he did that. And then when he said fatality, when Shazam ripped the freaking orb out, and he's like, yeah, I got the voice now.
I got the deep voice now.
I'm like, he stayed a gamer. That was the thing about when they Shazam. They kept their fucking personalities as they had.
Can you say that Shazam as a character is a kid at heart?
Well, he generally is.
That's what I'm saying,
He's
right?
a kid.
That's what he is. He's a kid.
So
Yeah.
that was one of the coolest things about it.
Yeah, there was a lot of things with like what's her name? Milan's. Yeah, that's her right there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the whole thing with like is like grab a hold of my staff.
Oh no!
And he was like, ew.
Ew, yeah. And say my name. Grab a hold of my staff
And say my name. I was like,
you mother.
I was like, wow. And then he's like, really? Your name's Shazam?
Yeah, he's like, that's it. Really?
Say it. Say the name. Okay. Like, go. All right.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah. It's like,
and then the whole.
Come on. If you heard something that ridiculous, come on. We're used to the name.
Yeah.
But it's like, wait, that's the first time we ever heard that shit. That sounds ridiculous as hell.
I mean, the thing too is that the way the movie was, they had the you really felt like you're in the DC universe at that time, right? And it brought you in there like you really like the DC universe was real.
What?
And the part that I liked the most was like the Superman bullet.
Yeah. The Batarang.
The Batarang.
But this is one thing that kind of annoyed me and the other middle-aged guys. Let's just point this out there. Name one cool sidekick.
Yeah.
I'm like a sidekick. Name one cool sidekick, and then look, the middle-aged guys was like, okay, Robin.
That was like
Robin.
instantly like Robin,
and nothing was said. We're like, Robin,
Dick Grayson, come on, Dick Grayson, Robin,
the Dick Grayson Robin.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, that one. Please say, and they didn't say that, and it's like, wait a minute, we're in DC Universe. Why the fuck wasn't that said?
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the things that kind of was like, oh, come on. You're not even going to get Robin his props?
Yeah, I mean, they...
Really?
By looking at these over here on the right, yeah, they toned her down a lot.
They
in the
toned
movie.
her down a lot.
I mean, otherwise, we'd be like, wow, those look fun. I'm just saying. I'm just like...
No, everybody would have been walking out with like the...
Pretty much.
They would have been talking about the
say my name. Hold the staff and say my name.
No, they would have been mentioning it in the same breath as Aunt May.
Yeah, man, that's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
yeah.
But
Martha Milan, she's hot.
yeah, but then there was also like the grown-up version of Darla.
Oh, yeah.
Megan Good.
Yeah, Megan Good.
Really
right.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's like everyone was fucking attractive. Well,
no.
granted, they're supposed to be their idealized forms and everything else, but it's really funny that way how that all works out. But like, yeah, they were like really kind of pushing how far they they
Go
with that
Yeah,
PG-13.
right.
Yes, they did.
Santa at the end.
Oh, Santa.
Santa was oh my god,
Santa was the shit.
that was the bomb. Oh my god.
And he
That
was
was-
he was the only dude like
Run!
when everything was happening.
At the
Like,
carnival.
no, not just
No,
at the
no, no,
carnival,
no,
but
not just
also
at the
the
carnival.
mall.
He was at the mall when someone was about to.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah.
When she was sitting with what's her name, Dora?
No, it wasn't Darla.
No,
it was
it
some
was
other
Charlie, it
kid.
was some other kid.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, Santa will always be here, and then
And
they
then
crashed
the
the
shit-
roof.
and he
He
bolted.
ran. He was like, "Fuck!" And
I'm
then,
out.
and then when everybody started showing up at the carnival, right? You know, everybody's going, "Oh, dude, what's that in the sky?" They're starting to take pictures
Mhm.
and everything with their cell phones. Santa takes 2 steps outside. He looks up, and the first thing out of his mouth is "Run!"
Run.
Everybody run, and he just takes the fuck off.
But the end credits just had me roll. Or at the end, when Santa was when Santa grabbed the phone from the grabbed the mic from the interviewer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. When the
Oh
newscaster-
my
and
god!
she
It was
first
all
came up
beep.
with
It was all beep 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 beep. beep. I was,
Wow. The
Yeah.
interview with Santa, the eyewitness of the
oh
what
my
was happening.
god!
And he
It's
grabbed
so
that
funny.
microphone and you was just letting it
He
out.
just let it like look.
Yeah, that was
That was
done really
hilarious.
well. That was done really
Yeah.
well.
What
goodness.
else is there that's the whole I like the special effects when they were going to the chamber. Like
Mm.
when like for example Billy on the train
Mm.
and
Oh, and
and
everything.
the young kid.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
whole
No, when they went out of their way and they were sitting there, they were describing how like what's happening with Dr. Savannah is that like we said in the review video, he's trying to find a way back to this wizard
Mhm.
because he got taken there like 40 years ago,
Mhm.
over 40 years ago, and the wizard went ahead and deemed him not worthy of the power. All right, he rejected him and he kicked him back into the real world, and he ended
wanted
up
to
back
get
in the
back
real
there,
world.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, basically surrounded by his asshole dad and his older brother and everything.
asshole older brother.
Yeah,
too.
and you know, and they told him that he wasn't worth anything. He wasn't going to amount to anything. That you know, all of his fanciful things it was just basically idiocy, right? So he ends up going back there. What's funny is that he devotes his whole fucking life to trying to get back there. All right.
Yeah.
So much so that he starts out this medical study. All right, this clinical study.
Mass hysteria or
Yeah, they're
hysteria.
They're researching mass hysteria, where he's finding these people who have all the same
Experience
type
thing.
of stories. Yeah, they end up.
Wizard's been busy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he was trying to find somebody that was a successor.
Well, I mean, they did
Or
say
worthy.
he did when he sent out after he sent old boy
Yeah.
back. He's like, no matter the cost, and then you saw
no matter
the
how
little,
long.
right, and you did see all the little sparkles go
Yeah.
out.
Mhm.
So he's been searching for a while, and what's funny is that like with the whole thing with Billy ending up with the powers, what ended up happening with Billy was that at that point, like with the origins of all the comic books and all that, they really do like an amalgam where it's like, okay, no, he's not 8-year-old pure of heart Billy Batson. All right, he's close to 15 now. He's like 14 years old. All right, he ends up in the group home, and it turns out he's been in and out of like, what is it? They said something like 23.
10, so yeah, some no, you said it, yeah.
No, it's like 23 fucking group homes. All right, that's what they say. He's been in and out of. Okay, and apparently he's been moved around the tri-state area too, because there are group homes in like New York and in Boston that will
Right.
take him. All right, that's the reason why he's in Philly. Okay, that and he's trying to track down his mom.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, so they go ahead and basically Dr. Savannah's whole thing is trying to find what's going on, and how he figures out how to get back to the Rock of Eternity, right? Is pretty ingenious because he pretty much puts together all these clues and all of these stories from people that he keeps on finding through this front of a mass hysteria clinical study, right? Where the very last one, the lady who's sitting there and goes through what happens, he figures out, okay, this is the key to actually getting through the portal to the Rock of Eternity, right? Yeah, and it's pretty ingenious because he finally goes ahead and he figures out, it's like, oh, it's not just the symbols, it's how many times I have to
repeat it,
have it written
7 times, 7 sins, 7
symbols written seven times,
right?
Basically to an entranceway, and that will open my door,
right?
You know? Or to whoever's been chosen,
right?
All right.
You know what? Now that we sat here, you said that. I think that was a direct reason why that other lady disintegrated, was because she was not chosen to go into that door
likely,
or touch that door
Yeah.
at one point. So even if you were chosen before, you still had access to that that.
You know, but silly. This is a real kind of an off point, because I've been listening. I heard it from other reviewers and everything. They're like, all right, there's a certain death that when you see it, you'll know what we're talking about. We mentioned, like, in the review, how, like, some of the CG for the monsters and stuff, some of it seemed kind of off.
Right.
Maybe it's because they spent all of their CG rendering money to the death of that lady, because the way she went out.
She went out like somebody did this.
No, it was worse, because the thing is that she didn't just turn into ash and like
burnt up.
She
literally crumbled.
She literally like fucking melted in one spot, disintegrated, and she's like going no! The whole time, where it's like, wow, if you're a little kid watching that, you'd be like,
and now that you mention that, there were kids in that movie theater.
Well,
no,
this was a fun,
right? But I just. Well, what's another thing that was kind of interesting? The whole foster or the whole mother thing. You know, the mother left Billy.
Yeah.
At the carnival of all places, believe it or not. Now that I thought about that, that's kind of fucked up. And to me, I felt that they did tie it up.
Yeah.
But it was kind of anticlimactic. And it seems like there's
they made
more,
it that way for a reason.
Right. And it seems like there's more pretense to it being an abusive boyfriend in the back. Like, what are you doing out there? You should be at work. You know, yelling through the door type thing, you know?
Well, the thing about it is they made it, and they had her show hardly any emotion.
Well, to me, I think that she was completely detached from her son.
Well,
even from the get-go, because, I mean, like she said, she was 17.
And
but that's still no excuse to...
No, it's not.
No,
but
you
but
created
that
life.
But and it's what Billy said. He's like, I got to get back to my real family. It clicked into him. It didn't. It wasn't like he was emotional about it. But Mom, I went all this way to find you. No, they didn't fucking go there.
But the thing is, though, I thought Billy was quite mature.
Yeah,
at that situation,
because he wasn't stupid about it.
See, if he would have been younger, like you said, if he would have been 8
or clingy or
10,
or like, Mom,
I think that might have kind of, that scene wouldn't have worked as well.
Yeah, I think with that particular one, it's one of those deals where it's kind of like, it's one of those situations where they say, you know, never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, where it's like there's this person that you want to go ahead and meet. You kind of built up the your expectations of what you think the whole, how everything would go down and all of that, and then when it finally fucking happened, you're like,
that was a completely waste of my life
or
time.
This is it. That was it.
And all I got was
gave her the compass. You need this more than me.
And then she didn't even remember what the compass was. And that was some foreshadow there. I mean, that was deep, is what I meant to say. But you know, those pieces like that, and how I really enjoyed, you know, how he trialed his you know, his powers.
Speaking of which, speaking of the pieces, I want to talk about the trial and errors.
Right.
The trial and errors of his powers and everything that went on and all the testing. Is it just the suit that's bulletproof, or is it you?
Shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the face.
He's like, yeah, shoot me in the face. He's like, then he thought about what he said. He's like, shoot me in the face.
And then the guys are like, what do we have to lose? Blah, 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 blah. Bullets fly off his face. And that's the thing about it. You don't see superheroes really get shot there.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so Shazam has that invulnerability, not his suit, not any of that bullshit.
Or when he saved that lady from getting mugged.
Oh God, she was already maced the guy.
Right, and she paid him.
No,
she's like, that's what pretty much, and that's what gave him the idea of showing his superpowers to people to get money.
Yeah, because
he got $73 or something like that.
You know, because was that whole scene was so fucking ridiculous.
It was. It was.
He's just he's like, yeah, you shouldn't ever do that again.
Bad guy.
You mobilize bad guy who already got maced, and then so he's like talking back and forth, and this lady's like, and so what's up with the getup and everything? He's like, oh, I'm a superhero. She's like, really? And the mugger starts getting up like he's about to get away, and he literally like nudges forward like really fucking quick, and he just wipes the guy out. Like, and it's one of those deals where it's like, okay, if you just barely got superpowers and super strength and everything,
right,
you know how to fucking control it,
right?
Okay, basically you'd be the bull in the china shop, all right? You'd just be moving around like fucking Godzilla, knocking everything over, right? And so he wipes this fucking mugger out, and the lady was like, she's like, I wasn't here. Whatever you do, you know, please just don't hurt me. Here's all my money, and she fucking runs. Okay.
And the thing is like when because wasn't Billy and Freddie getting into like an argument or something, and then he saw that the mugging going across the street, and that's when he learned that he has super speed. Yeah. Right, and he went to go run, and he actually flashed over there.
Yeah.
And so hard that he actually knocked the mugger down when he got there.
Yeah.
It's funny because again with the whole trial and error with superpowers thing, it was fucked up what Freddy would sometimes do. Shazam gets into a box.
Oh my God.
And there's 2 boxes set up, and it was a teleportation test. But Freddy crossed that shit out and said, fire vulnerability test. And he lights the box on fire.
And me and you, he was when he put a trail of gas right all the way out, and he stood like, I don't know, he stood like 50 yards away, and he dropped the match. I mean, and he's sitting there watching Billy get burned in a box and filming it for YouTube. You know,
yeah, that was.
Oh my God!
I think
he leaped tall buildings that thing abound.
Yeah, that's not really a spoiler because that was actually.
I know, but
yeah,
I'm just saying the shit that
the whole YouTube thing. I think that actually helped play things out.
Yeah,
but it also kind of made it where, when you thought about, okay, Dr. Savannah is being told to go ahead and find the champion.
And all these YouTube videos are being sent out of this fucker.
And because I leaned over and I said, "There's your plot device." That's how he finds them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that he doesn't find them through the YouTube videos. He should have been able to, because he was uploading
every day,
every fucking day, like dozens of fucking videos, right? And he just happens to look at the news. You know,
and he recognized that kid from when he was standing in the mall. He recognized Freddy talking to Shazam.
Well, and that's how he found out where they kidnap him in order to get to Shazam. Yeah.
You know what's cool though? Excuse me. Shazam got his ass kicked.
That's another thing too, because of the whole trial and error situation.
Right.
He did not know how to use his powers. He didn't know what to do.
Oh, he didn't know how to face somebody.
Then he just had to Shazam and get out of there, in order to fucking.
And that was pretty genius, actually. And I was waiting to see something like that,
because I tried to question the whole Shazam thing around people, and everybody's like, "Hey, where'd he go?" But it was lightning striking. It's a big flash. Motherfuckers probably did like this.
A loud bang.
Yeah.
It's like being
Yeah, like having somebody throw a flashbang in the middle of the
Like,
fucking
where you go?
Pretty much.
in the fucking crowd. So, yeah.
What else is there? We didn't get much story plot with his dad. I mean, we do know that he lost his legs in that accident, so obviously his dad lived from that accident.
Oh, you're talking about Dr. Saban.
Dr. Saban. Yeah.
Right. And for the last 40 years, he built an empire. I mean, he was in a freaking board meeting on a 40th floor of some high rise in freaking Philadelphia. So he's fucking successful. And then, what happens if you were that guard? All that shit going on in the back.
Oh, I would have been out.
And you heard all that growling, you heard all that screaming and stuff. The guy was like, and then that it's kind of like right. It's kind of like the what's it called? Independence Day when that alien held the guy against the glass. You know, what do you expect us to do? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
the stupid thing about that was it was like, okay, he already went ahead and did the whole "you can't go in there, sir. I can't allow you to go in there."
Right.
And even after that, before like all of the growling and people wailing and
windows crashing
and things, glass breaking and people like all the death screams and everything else.
No alarm was set off.
Yeah, he didn't call the cops or security or anything. Not saying
they would do anything, but I mean, damn.
Wait. So you're in the boardroom. You have no button to press in order to fucking get help.
Emergency. They always got one.
They always got something. Yeah. Wait. What? Really? Especially if you're already in a fucking wheelchair, there's not going to be anybody in there to help you.
I knew
maybe your son, but no one is armed. What was going on here?
I knew his brother would be dead.
But
that was a give me, man.
Damn, out the window.
He tried to have some. The brother tried to have some balls, right? And then he kind of got caught right here in his throat. He kind of got caught right here in his throat. And then he like lift him up and threw him out. I was like
damn. Well, that sounds
probability unlikely. It's like, dang. Are you going to make it out of here alive?
But I did like that. It was hilarious just going out the window like that. But I was like, wow. All right, they took it to that length.
So they found out his weakness pretty quick about when all the demons are out, that the host.
Well, remember the batarang was strong.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Hurt. The host is vulnerable.
And then when he turned around, Shazam actually saw him heal up when all of them went back in.
Right.
So that made a whole bunch of sense.
And then towards the end, where Shazam was smart enough to pull out Envy,
mm-hmm.
That was pure genius, and I was like, wow. And then after Envy left, he fell like a ton of bricks.
That was for you, like, no, and he fell.
Yeah. But what I didn't understand was, why would you go if you're fighting the seven hells? Pretty much seven. I'm just saying 7 hells. Diablo fan, whatever. So you're fighting the demons, the sins. Why would you go into a crowded area, like a carnival of all places? Isn't there some park that they could fight in? Or I'm just saying.
Well, why would you go they weren't trying to fight; they're trying to hide.
Well, but
they're trying to run away.
They're trying to get away.
But why do they always run away in the huge crowd? I mean, that's going to bring attention, especially villains. That's a lot of collateral damage.
Well, that, like I said, which made Santa like the.
Yeah,
he knew.
He's like, don't stand there.
He was one of the de facto heroes of that place because he told everybody to get the fuck out.
Pretty more.
Yeah.
Like, run.
Yep.
Away.
Like, run, everybody, run.
But they didn't even know it was there until he saw the lightning hit, so he had to be in there somewhere.
Yeah,
right.
So, yeah. Oh God, hands, lightning with my hands, lightning with my hands.
And Freddy comes over there and kicks it. Like, what are you doing?
Well, yeah.
We're supposed to be at lunch. No, I mean, you know what, Freddy took. Lunch. It's like having a jock friend, and the jock doesn't show up, and you get your ass beat.
It kind of reminded me that saying Peter Parker was going to invite Spider-Man to that party,
right?
Yeah.
That was
Right.
very borderline to that.
Right. I was like, oh,
Like,
come
God damn it.
on.
You knew he wasn't going to fucking show up then. And you knew that you're going to wait till the end of the movie for Shazam to fucking show up.
Yep.
You knew that was going to take place because all the kids were like, fuck. And then you knew that scene was going to come up, but it was still appreciated that they did that.
With,
They'll have
with,
different,
with not Henry Cavill Superman in there too. Yeah.
They didn't even tie that in with Spider-Man, really. You know, Spider-Man didn't even get that redemption. But at least fucking Freddy and Billy and Shazam and even the kids, they got that redemption at least.
They got that far.
That was hilarious at the end when I brought a friend. And all you see is
super
Superman,
like John Williams introduction to that Superman
right.
thing. And I was like, oh, come on, really?
They played a couple bars of it, man. They played a couple bars.
Yes,
yeah,
oh.
I mean, come on. What do you expect?
Well, just Shazam. That's what I expected.
It would have been interesting if the greatest detective would have showed up.
He wasn't going to show up in no fucking school.
No, he wasn't.
No.
What'll do? Send Robin? Hey, Robin, go.
No, that wasn't.
And then
Nightwing, maybe.
No, that would be perfect. And then Robin comes up there and kind of slyly says, "Oh, so there's no cool sidekicks, huh?"
I thought this is what I thought was going to happen at the end, and I told the Middle Age guys this when we were on the way to see the movie. I was like, it would have been funny if they would have had a news conference or something like that when Shazam saves everybody, and they, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Captain Mop," and then the credits went. That would have been so funny to me. If that would have happened, I probably would have died in the theater. I was just like,
That would have been great.
But they didn't.
But they have to know that. I mean,
no, they knew. They knew. That's why they know. That's why they never had an introduction with him saying Captain Marvel or whatever. But,
is there any other? The convenience store too was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what it was like. Yeah, purchase and then.
I am here to purchase your finest beer.
And then they go and drink the beer, and
Freddie was right behind him. Like he goes, and she was like, like over there, you know.
But
and then
they
Billy
took
was
a
like,
sip of the beer, and they spit that shit out, and then they what they do?
Well,
they went to go get all the junk food.
I was talking about before that. I was talking about like after he said that, and then Billy walked off, and Freddie was standing there like, kind of like a deer in the headlight, looking like.
It's kind of
He's
funny
like, we need a fake ID. I am the fake ID.
What are you talking about? I am the fake ID.
Pulled him out of school.
Well,
you know.
Oh, this is that security guard where everybody talks about. The cool one?
No,
that's the other
cool
security
guard.
That's
the other
thank you, Officer Moron.
It's Moran.
It's Moran.
That was pretty funny.
That
was pretty funny.
Oh my goodness!
And
then
he took the bully's truck.
Oh, that was messed up. I hear it. I hear it.
Beep, 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 and then truck just
comes. I was like, oh my,
that's fucked up.
No, it's not.
He
ran over Freddy.
Again, it was funny.
Man. No.
To have your truck disappear,
and you know
that's funny.
That was some rich kids too, man. To have a freaking like.
Well, they was driving to school, and parking all fucked up, and bullies. Seriously, how old were they?
I don't even. Wow.
Out of this whole school?
Yeah.
Yeah, considering they're just in middle school and shit. Well,
it looked like
they'd be freshmen in high school.
Yeah.
Right, and then
so how did they have the same fucking lunch as the fucking?
They didn't. Oh, you're talking about the bullies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the.
No, they just showed up.
Well, the girl that had who got into the college, right? So that's another arc that they could look into as well. Because if she's going to a different college, Shazam, that character is going to another to another area.
Yeah.
So that could be another arc that could be. But anyway,
all the way in California.
Freddie, California.
Yeah.
So Freddie was like, "Aren't you guys in a different lunch period?"
Yeah. He asked that.
Right.
So, that man, damn it! Again.
What was another thing too is when the little black girl, when she was turned into, I can't remember her name. What's her name again?
Darla.
Darla. When she turned into an adult, she still had Darla's personality.
Well, everybody had their personality.
Right.
Everyone still had that.
Right. That's the, yeah.
So that's what was really in, including Billy.
Yeah.
So
Pedro.
Pedro.
Dude, look at these.
Look at these guns. And then the whole girl was like,
yeah. But, the gamer. Oh, my God.
Hadouken. That's not how you throw Hadouken, man.
No, he did this.
Oh, yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
And lightning came out. It's like, well, it was wrong game, but Raiden doesn't say anything when he does the lightning. If he would have charged at someone and if he would have did that, that would have been hilarious. But
he did get the fatality.
I
have the force to say that in now.
Yes, he did, but again, a gamer.
No, that was I was pissed off about Billy freaking winning that damn.
Oh, at Shazam!
Come on, man! Like, that's not fair. Dude. His fingers were like going.
You should have asked him to change back.
Even if he was changed back, he still had that super speed.
No, he didn't. No, not as Billy Batson. No,
I'm like, you need to change back there, buddy. And he's like, talk about fatality. Like, they quit doing that.
That actually kind of brings up something that was kind of weird, because the thing is like, okay, I can understand like being able to hide the fact that they're skipping school and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but literally when they show like their bedroom, like after a week of doing that stuff, they had like stockpiled like fucking boxes for like TVs and fucking game systems and other shit like that.
I didn't even notice that.
No, seriously, when they were playing,
Did you
like
notice
right
that?
behind them,
Right
there was
behind them,
stockpiled.
Oh, is that what those boxes were?
Fucking, yeah,
Yeah.
like TVs and game systems and shit. From all the ATMs he was pretty much fucking robbing. Yeah.
Dollars, money kept shooting out the ATM.
Yep.
I had a real life
And
experience
it's funny,
with that.
it's funny because that can actually happen if the ATM doesn't have any fucking trays on it. That can actually, it's happened to Gray Mouse.
Oh, God.
Like, wait, what the fuck? Why are 20s rolling?
Like, help me. My money.
He gets money and it's windy outside and 20s start coming out and floating away.
Oh,
like, what the
my
fuck?
God.
Yeah.
But, no, that's, it's a lot of pop culture references in there.
Thank goodness they didn't go into any politics or any garbage or any
Not that
shove
kind
down
of pop culture, but I'm talking about like
shove down your throat
Yeah.
garbage. They didn't do that.
even the songs were appropriate. The soundtrack was appropriate. You know, I mean, because this was, like you said, it was set in Christmas time frame.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Santa Claus, man.
You know,
The guy's like, it was all fucked up around here, man. You missed it. It's like, this fucking guy, it was like, beep, 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 beep. But you know exactly what it said. It's like, Santa.
I mean, old girl was like,
And then old girl was like,
Yeah.
what was, no. The what's her name? Darla. She was like, I'm still a good girl. It's like, see,
to
that's
Santa, yeah.
Santa.
Yeah.
And look, Shazam basically gave away his identity more than once.
Right.
But at least that was put together in a common sense fashion where, you know, all the foster kids either figured it out or they had a discussion about it. Except for Darla, she was instructed to keep her mouth shut,
Which
even though
she
she
did.
could not keep it. She's like, yes, you guys figured it out without me telling you.
That was awesome. I love that part, man. When they were starting to figure it out, she had a grin that was from ear to ear sitting on that couch.
You don't
She's
think
like,
that Billy? Yes, you guys figured it out without me telling. I'm like, That was funny because it was like, damn, are they actually going to piece this together or
God,
not?
I will never get that out of my fucking mind about the Power Rangers shit. It's still stuck there, man.
Well,
Because I'm sitting there, the more and more we talk about this damn movie, the more and more I realize, like, we have all the components.
Oh, come on.
Except for the Green Ranger, right?
You had the Green Ranger there.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
It's
my
funny because
God.
all the Shazam kids were different colors.
Yeah.
They were all different fucking colors, and I was like, really? They couldn't all be red. They couldn't. No, they had to be different colors.
Yep.
that was hilarious.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah, at least
At
least they didn't construct the con themselves. No.
So, do you guys have any more spoilers? Because
I mean,
I'm
still thinking about what else is there to talk about.
I think we touched
but
on most of the main
just
points.
about everything. was
Yeah, and
touched
the thing
on.
is that this, I will say this right now. If you know about the whole Captain Marvel, the two Captain Marvels across, like, DC and Marvel Comics and all that sort of stuff, really no comparisons are required unless you want to go out of your way. You're going out of your way to make some sort of, I guess, adjacent statement. All right. Yeah, but this fun movie, definitely. Yeah. I think because the thing is that what do we have next? We've got Endgame,
and then isn't Wick,
John Wick 3,
and then Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
So stand by for all that.
Shaft 2 after that.
I forgot
and
about
then
Shaft.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
After that, so yeah, we got some movies to see this year.
Yeah.
So definitely stick around the channel because we will be doing reviews on all of them.
Shit.
Yeah. Or at least we'll be trying to.
Or we'll be trying to.
Trying to see all these movies, trying to fucking do reviews of it. But again, for this spoiler review, if you haven't seen our other video as far as, touching up on the movie, as far as giving our thoughts of everything, go see this movie if you haven't. It's a very fun. You don't need anything else to tie this up. No, you don't need to see Batman vs Superman. You don't need to see Aquaman. You don't need to see any of those. Wonder Woman, even though you should see Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
Yeah.
You don't need to in order to see this movie and thoroughly enjoy it. It's a great movie all the way around, and like we said before, it's fun.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up our spoiler discussion for Shazam right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
Yep. With all of that said, thank you very much, YouTube. If there's something that we've missed, you know where to do. Leave this comment below. Like, subscribe, all of that jazz. We've
hit
done
the little bell.
Yeah.
To get notifications when we do upload.
When we do videos like this.
Yep. It's rare that we're all three in the same room.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah. But it'll happen sometime again in the future. All right. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
And I'm Gray Mouse 1.
All forms of entertainment has the right to exist, and that's trying to exist.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like it. Damn it, stay on there. Oh, well, shit. And yeah, go see Shazam. Go see Shazam. Please go see it. Credits.
We still got the Tazerac here, so we're I'm just saying.
That'll work too.